Do you think you are more sorry that you got caught cheating or that you cheated?
Who said I got caught?
Some topics are hard to approach.
Do you love her?
Either the subjects are inaccessible or people are uncomfortable discussing them.
Sorry, I thought we were in this.
So we found those subjects in person, rented a space in Los Angeles, and invited our audience and strangers to come in and ask them anything.
Hi, my name is Vincent. I've cheated in the past, and I am here to talk about my experiences with cheating.
Hi, I'm Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
Kind of describe your relationship. Was it like dating? Were you engaged? Were you married? What was the relationship?
There have been multiple relationships where I've cheated. 1 6-year relationship, 1 2.5-year relationship, and some other month-long relationships that I've cheated.
I personally know some people that are like, oh my God, like if you watch porn, then that's like cheating. What do you think is your definition of it?
If watching porn is cheating, I'm gonna be cheating for the rest of my life. I think there's a lot of ways in which you can cheat. I was in a space with a coworker where I relied on that person for things that weren't fulfilling with work, or even within my relationship. Emotional cheating is a thing, you know. I think there's obviously physical cheating where I cheated and it was purely a one-night stand. In all honesty, I think that cheating should be defined by two people in their relationship.
Do you think you are more sorry that you got caught cheating or that you cheated?
Who said I got caught?
Did you never get caught?
I actually had to confess that I had been cheating. Not that I wasn't accused of it, but I was never formally caught. And so I was sorry about the act of cheating. And I was sorry and have been sorry and will remain sorry for the hurt that cheating has caused.
And kind of because I know I have been cheated on before, and I never really got to ask them. Was there something that your partner didn't satisfy that you felt that you needed to find somewhere else?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I have to take responsibility for my own actions in cheating, right? So I brought in my own baggage into the relationship, and inability to kind of work through certain things, and inability to stop myself before I progress to the point of cheating, for sure. That said, with some of my relationships, not all, I think there was a space where I did reach out to my partners and say, hey, these are the things that I'm needing. And sometimes you just have to realize that, okay, what I'm asking for is not something my partner can provide me. What I've learned is that I should break off the relationship before it progresses to the point of cheating.
Do you think most people cheat when they're in a relationship for security reasons and not out of love?
Ooh, okay. When you say security reasons, what do you mean by security reasons?
I mean, a lot of people are in relationships because it's their age, or they should be, and their peers are in relationships, or their parents tell them to date or settle down. So they're not really in love with the person, but they feel secure, like there's somebody to come home to, or somebody to talk to.
I think there is a bit of that. Speaking to my own experiences, I was in a very long-term relationship. We had come together so close. We owned things together, home, cars. Having to undo that at that point seemed like it would be more bothersome than just staying in the relationship. And I cheated because I was looking for something outside of the relationship, but just didn't have the balls to end the relationship.
So when you say that you are a cheater, do you believe once a cheater, always a cheater?
Not once a cheater, always a cheater. So I label myself a cheater, not because I'm currently cheating, because I'm not. But I have cheated in the past. It's been a relatively big portion of some of my relationships, some of my most significant relationships. It's like alcoholism, right? You say, okay, once you've been an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. And I think that's a portion of just taking ownership. It's more of an accountability sort of thing, to hold myself accountable.
So if I'm piecing this together correctly, it sounds like you describe your cheating as an addiction, in that you're not setting out to cheat, but you have recognized you are addicted, so to speak, to cheating?
I would say that prone to cheating or have been prone to cheating.
Why do you think you are prone to cheating?
My parents weren't together. My parents were in multiple relationships with different people. I didn't see a lot of continuity and kind of harmony in those relationships. Also growing up, there weren't a lot of role models for long-term queer relationships that I'd seen. And I think at a certain point growing up, I thought that wouldn't exist, that couldn't exist for me.
Have you been cheated on before?
Yeah, I've been cheated on before. I was cheated on after I decided not to cheat anymore.
Oh man, that's like karma.
It is definitely karma, and that is exactly the way it felt. I was heartbroken. These were the first relationships that I had entered where it's like, I'm going to give myself to the people that I love and not look for ways out. And there was a bit of, I felt betrayed in so many ways because I was trying so hard, because I was trying to, actively trying to do better, and somehow felt like I was ending up in failing relationships. It hurt a lot.
Do you believe in true love or soulmates or anything like that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So do you think if you believe that any of these people were like your soulmates, that would have prevented you from cheating?
I feel that my partners and I have been kindred spirits, and that we've shared the experiences that we were supposed to share in this lifetime. Now, my forever partner in this lifetime is how I would consider, I think, what you're saying, like my soulmate.
Yeah. Like the one person you're meant to be with.
The one person, my forever person.
I'm a hopeless romantic.
So am I, actually. I think, yeah, they exist and they're out there.
How long did you feel, if there was even a time, the guilt lasted? Or do you feel you're at a point where you've come to terms with it and you're like, you know what, it was what it was, I'm okay with myself, I've forgiven myself? Or do you think there's a little bit of guilt that's kind of gonna be with you for a long time, if not forever?
Dude, people cheat. Like, I'm not the only person to cheat. I'm not the only person in this room.
I'm a saint. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a good boy. I'm a beautiful, good boy.
So, I don't, like, socially, I feel like cheating is something that it's super taboo and we don't talk about enough, but a lot of us engage in. Despite the fact that I cheated doesn't mean that I didn't love the people that I was in a relationship with. And so I felt guilty about how my behavior, my actions have affected other people.
At what point in a relationship do you reveal that you've cheated?
Immediately.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Like first date talk?
For sure.
Really?
For sure.
How does that make you feel? Is that uncomfortable or?
Not at all. Because my forever partner is going to understand it, and there's nothing for me to lie about or to keep hidden.
Do you see yourself doing it again?
I'm confident that I'm far less likely to cheat. I don't ever want to say that I'm never going to cheat again because I obviously have shown a propensity for cheating. I think because of that, I'm more likely to talk until I'm blue in the face to my partner about ways to save our relationship or go forward with just ending the relationship before it has to come to either of us cheating on one another. I may cheat, but I don't have any plans on it, and I'd love to have a situation where I'm not cheating on my partner.
Well, thank you. I like the honesty. That was, yeah.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate yours too. Hi guys, thanks for watching. I hope that you learned something.
These are very difficult conversations that we're having in this series, but we're not necessarily all strangers to them. If you've ever been cheated on or you've cheated on someone, leave a comment below. As always, guys, make sure to subscribe, like this video, follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.